Hey guys, so today we are going to talk about and learn how to use VENV, also known as virtual environment, in Python. How do we install packages in Python? Because right now you can't use pip anymore in Unix based system, be it Mac OS or Linux, Ubuntu, be it anything. And I'll also show you how to do this in Windows as well, how we can use virtual environment in Windows. So let me share my screen and you will get to see what happens here if I try to install a package. So requests is a very common package, and if I try to do pip install, I get an error. And this error you will get if you do this in Mac OS. Previously this just worked because it installed the package globally in your system instead of installing it in a Python project. So instead of managing your dependencies project wise, it did a system wide management, which is not great. So that's why we do a project management basis packages. Now to create a virtual environment, let's create a folder. I'll name this Python demo, and here what I need to do is I'll now cd into it. You can run the same commands in Windows, Mac, Linux. And now we make sure you have Python installed. I'll show you how you can get the Python installed. This is request page, and if you go on python.org/downloads, you will get to see this, and you can download it for Windows, Mac OS, Linux. If you are using Linux and Mac, it mostly comes pre-installed. And yeah, so now we want to install request package. This is this is the current version of request, so you can just run this command. But what will happen is first we will create a virtual environment, so make sure you have Python installed. To check that, just run command python and check the version. If you are above 3.10, you are good to go, and it should work in version lower as well, but you might have conflicting packages. So now what we do is python -m, and we say, hey, we want to create a virtual environment. Let me minimize this. Yeah, VENV, virtual environment. And where do we want this to happen? So usually I want this to be hidden, like node modules you can call this. So I'll call it venv.venv. So it has created a virtual environment. If I do ls-a, you will see this. And now I'll show you what's inside this. So this is like a command line file manager. So inside bin, we have these activate scripts, and we have Python scripts as well. Python 3, 3.3. So we only care about using these. You can directly run Python from coming here, but that might be another way of doing it. I'll show you later, but first the default way I'll show you. And also here in include, you have you'll have the packages here. Right now we have nothing apart from pip, so let's exit this, and now we do source, and we point the location of activation. So if you are in bash, if you are using bash by default or zsh, this will work. But if you are not using bash or zsh, you are using fish, you will have to do activate.fish. If you are using .csh, seashell, I don't know much about it, but yeah, we are in bash and zsh usage. So I'll just hit enter. So it will activate this, and I get to see this in your terminal. You might be seeing it in this place, like Python demo, whatever your virtual environment is. So now I can run this pip install requests, and now it successfully installs this. And if I go in env, in include in lib, you will see we have this request packages here and all the other dependencies which it needed. All right, and now how do you activate this in window? So in Windows, what you will be doing is ./.venv, and then you go bin, and here you could directly run this, pip install as well, pip install requests. So it would work as well. So you won't have to run the activate script. So if you run activate script, what happens is you can use your normal Python command, and all your libraries will be linked there. So that's one advantage. But if you are doing this just one time thing, you can do it via this. So instead of pip, you can run Python, and then here you can pass your script path. But on Windows, we just do .venv bin, and here we have PowerShell, I think. Yeah, so we have this activate.ps1. So instead of this, what you'll do is activate.ps1. When you run this command in your PowerShell, in your CMD, whatever you are using, the new terminal in Windows 10, Windows 11, what this will do is it will activate your script so that you can use Python from now on. And to just show you demo that our projects work, I'll create a script main.py, and I will copy paste this from here. Yeah, so let's do this. I'll remove these. More indentation issue. Yeah, it will just it is just making a request on, what do I say, HTTP bin. It's a server and it has auto formatted, and now I'll save and close this. So remember, whenever you are opening this folder, you will have to do this source thing. If you are on Windows, if you are on Linux, but if you are on Windows, you will have to run this script every time, or you have to use this .venv, and then from here you do Python, and then you do main.py. So it is making the request and we get status 200. So it means it's working. Either you do this or you do this source if you are on Mac or Linux, and you are using bash gsh if you are using fish. Okay. So yeah, that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I wanted to keep it short, and so that you can learn this and make your Python code work fast and efficiently. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.